Hello you lovely lot and welcome to my channel. I'm Katie and today we're going to have a bit of a beyond the box and exploring these beautiful Ecoline liquid watercolours. As always, if you're new here and you like these kinds of videos, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any more. Anyway, let's crack on with these goodies. So they come in a pack of 10, or this particular set did, and I got them from my local art shop, which is sadly closing down, so I did gather up quite a few items and I might do a haul video or just trickle them through. We'll see. Unlike the Ecoline pens, these colours are just numbered only, and we have a 506, which is like a cobalt blue I guess, 601, which is a light green, 602 which is a dark green, 411 which I'm going to class as a brown, 700 which is black, 201 yellow, 236 is orange, 311 red, 318 magenta and 545 which is a purpley colour there. And as promised from the UpCrate box, the Brush X works, and I don't know why I thought it wouldn't. I don't know, but it works just as well as it does on the pens, perhaps even a little bit better. Now throughout this video I will use a combination of these watercolour inks or liquid watercolours with the pens and of course the Brush X. I also decided to change the surface I'm working on rather than use the box supplies, which I thought the paper was just a little bit too thirsty for those pens. I went for a Grumbacher mixed media paper, which I suspected would work better with these pens, and I am pleased to say that they do. Yes, it's a slightly thinner paper than watercolour paper, however it handles these inks a lot better and it didn't crease up too much. So I started off by just very loosely adding a layer of the yellow and mixing some of that orangey colour in there to get a bit of a gradient or a bit of a tonal difference on this picture's cheeks. I have used a photo reference from Pexels on here because I seem to be going through the Greek statue phase again. I very loosely added in the other colours, so the green for the leaves on the statue and obviously the magentas and purples for those grapes. And yes, I know the majority of Greek statues are just white marble, but I just thought I'd change it up a bit, add a bit of colour, just add a bit of flair to it, and these paints just seemed the ideal medium. And I actually feel like these are helping me a little bit loosen up my painting style. I know sometimes I can get very particular, I try and concentrate a lot on details, especially when it's watercolour, and to be honest, I do enjoy doing that, I like the results, but I also think it's really good as an artist to perhaps just challenge myself in other applications of mediums that I am familiar with. I used to quite dislike being told to step out of my comfort zone, especially at university, when I kind of think I'd sort of developed a lot of skills and put a lot of time and effort into it to be told to discard them, and I don't particularly agree with forcing yourself out of a comfort zone. I think perhaps to just gently explore beyond your comfort zone would be a much better term to use, but that's just my opinion. I quite like to just have a few experiments here and there and see if I like the results as well. I mean, I'm not going to step out of my comfort zone and create something I don't like and just keep creating that same way for the sake of. I mean, does that make sense? Have you ever been told to step out of your comfort zone even though you were quite happy with your work as it is? Let me know down below. I also find as well, actually, referring back to the box, for me personally, that's me stepping out of my comfort zone. I tend to find that the subscription boxes I have, or just unusual medium sets that I pick up now and then, encourage me to do that with what's provided. Ultimately, it's still me creating the art piece, and I'm just having to do it in a different way, and that presents its own puzzles and challenges, which I guess as an artist, I like to do. I mean, we all like a puzzle now and then. But anyway, I'm waffling on and getting a little bit too philosophical here. So to apply the Brush X once the majority of the base colours were down, I did decide to use the cotton bud or Q-tip technique because I just felt like I'd got a little bit more control than the brush that was included in the cap. I also wasn't sure what effect that the Brush X would have on my existing paintbrushes, so I didn't particularly want to sacrifice one of them either in case it damaged the brush or my artwork. You know, it might have dissolved the bristles there. I thought that was great for tidying up areas where perhaps the paint had just gone a little bit too much out of control, as well as adding a few highlights on this statue's face and as well as the decor surrounding them. Although I must admit, using this smoother, less absorbent paper did work wonders, and I think if any of you out there were struggling a little bit with the UpCrate box, don't worry about it. And we did have regular watercolours in there to sort of smooth things out, which I omitted from this particular video. But like I say, don't worry about it, it's just part of the challenge, and I don't know, trying it on different surfaces seems to have paid off a little more. Maybe other watercolour paper brands as well might be a bit more forgiving, maybe not. I did find though, especially using the pens, that the Ecoline inks in there still reactivated really nice, and there wasn't a huge amount of residual ghosting left behind, for want of better words there. I went and gave everything a good outline with a Sakura Micron, and I think it was the one that was included in the box, so it was a nice chunky nib on there, and that was perfect because the photo I worked off, which I'm sure I've either inserted in this video or I will leave a link down below to where I got it from. I just feel that adding those outlines just really brought a pop of detail out there, and I guess highlighted the contrasts of light on the statue. Wow, I feel like I'm trying to be all technical here, but I know you guys know what I'm on about. To add a little bit of additional drama in there, I also painted the background black, and having a pen as well as the ink, or the bottle version, worked out really well for getting in those nooks and crannies of the drawing, and then for the larger areas it was great to finish it off with the Ecoline inks. So obviously this is a quick video I've done here, but my thoughts on the little bottled versions of Ecoline, they pair brilliantly with the pens. The colours are pretty much the same of the ones that I could match up, and if you use them on a good mixed media surface or a smooth watercolour paper that's not too thirsty, I think you'll have a great time with these. The Brush X was a great alternative as well to perhaps adding highlights with a Posca pen or with the gel pens or gouache, because it doesn't bring anything to life, it literally bleaches that colour away. I think it's great for expressive and fluid drawings, and yeah, I had a lot of fun with these, and I'm going to have a lot of fun with these moving forwards. Of course, let me know down below what you think of this one. In the meantime, there should be some more videos on the screen I know you're going to enjoy, and thanks as always for watching, I do appreciate it, and I'll see you lovely lot on the next video. Bye!